Welcome to another episode of Trending Niches. This week I've got some good new trends for you, and some of them are going to last for a few weeks, which is always really nice to have. And in case you didn't know, I now also have a Discord server where you can talk to me and other viewers of the channel, and it's free to join. There will be a link in the description for it. I've had some really interesting conversations with some of you recently in the server, and I'd be happy to see more people joining as well. The first niche I've got for you on Amazon is Hispanic. And the interesting thing about this niche is these shirts are just starting to trend, and they're going to trend for a few weeks to come. And the reason for this is that it's National Hispanic Heritage Month from the 15th of September all the way to the 15th of October. And this is really cool because not only does this mean you can make designs specifically for the Hispanic Heritage Month, like some of the examples here, that actually have it written on the t-shirt, but you can also sell designs that are specifically targeted at different Hispanic countries or nationalities. And I'll give you an example. I've had a design that's been doing quite well for Mexican Independence Day, and what I've just done when finding this trend is I've edited the listing and added the search term or the long tail keyword of National Hispanic Heritage Month into the bullets and into the title to pick up some extra sales for this niche or this trend. So think of different ways to approach this rather than just putting a few flags on a t-shirt and saying Hispanic Heritage Month. You can also just target Hispanic people and include that keyword in your listings. And just a quick tip, the way I actually found this trend is through a new tab that's now available within PODCS. So on the sidebar right here, if you click Merch by Amazon, we now get the seller trends, which is quite cool because you can see really new t-shirts that have started selling very well. If we turn down the BSR slider to about 100k, then filter this to United States and hit search, we can see that right here, this is the t-shirt that I spotted very quickly. It is only 7 days old and it is got a 90k BSR. If we open this up on Amazon, we can see it's priced really low. It's literally just been added on September 8th, which is, it's about 7 days old. But that's definitely also a great indicator that this is a niche that you can still enter with new designs and make sales that way. Just price the designs low so there's more of an incentive to get those first few sales, and then you can always up the price later. Niche number 2 is very similar to the last one in the sense that it is just starting to trend, and it's going to trend for at least, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. This is Oktoberfest, which is going to last from the 17th of September through to the 3rd of October. And I would say right here to be careful if you list these sort of designs in Europe, because I have made a video like a few months ago talking about a trademark that exists there that might get you into trouble. But I checked it again for the US, and there's no trademark for the word Oktoberfest, so you should be fine. And so obviously a lot of German funny t-shirt designs that sell for this. Make sure to always check these words for trademarks, like schnitzel is definitely very popular in this niche, but definitely double check that before you design anything with the word schnitzel to make sure that it is not somehow trademarked. And as you can see, tons of these t-shirts doing extremely well already, and we're only just at the beginning of the Oktoberfest. Once it's actually on and more people hear about it, that's when these shirts will drop even more on BSR and generate way more sales. So definitely a good opportunity right here to pick up some easy sales if you're in tier 10, or if you've just got the space and you don't know what to design at the moment. And I just wanted to show you one of the best sellers in this niche at the moment to take a quick peek at some of the keywords and the sales history. So if we draw this out right here to see the BSR over the past year, then you can see it's sort of evergreen. It still gets the odd sale throughout the year, but looking at the time for when it was trending last year, it lasted through September or the end of September all the way to about mid-October. So definitely got potential to sell really well for the near future. And here we can see that the curve is currently dropping, which is a really nice thing to see. And niche number 3 is a sub-niche of Halloween that I've noticed doing extremely well recently. It's probably one of the best selling Halloween sub-niches at the moment. We've got Ghost, which for some reason at the moment PODCS is listing or filtering a lot of products as branded, which I don't think are branded. So this top seller, for example, if we take a look at the listing, the brand name is Cute Halloween Costume Ghost pumpkin florist shirt, which is, it's not an official brand like it would say Disney store or Star Wars store, that sort of stuff. I have submitted the feedback to them to say I think some products are being incorrectly marked as branded, and I just wanted to make you aware of that in case you're thinking why you're not filtering it out. But yeah, so there's lots of spooky designs with ghosts. We've got spooky season. I'm pretty sure I saw spooky teacher somewhere, like right here. That's pretty neat. That's a cool sort of term, or an easy scalable design phrase that you can mix with many different things, like job titles, that sort of stuff. We often see ghosts mixed with nurses. The Boo Boo Crew, that's a pretty cool idea. Then obviously the booze niche, which is sort of a joke to do with alcohol, people drinking booze on Halloween, and just generally lots and lots of designs with cute ghosts and funny phrases. So I've entered this niche for Halloween. I've put some designs up there, and I think you should as well, because it's definitely a niche that seems to be doing extremely well this year. And next up, we've got another niche with potential to sell really well for quite a lot of weeks actually, because this is Happy Fall You All. And there's two t-shirts which are in the top sellers on Merch by Amazon at the moment. We've got this one on the left with the 16k BSR and the very common gnome style. And yeah, so basically fall is technically only starting on the 23rd of September. I know a lot of people already consider like the whole of September fall anyway, but that just shows that there's a lot of potential still with this niche. We've got different design styles. We've got a truck right here, generally orange color scheme, obviously because that suits fall and Halloween, so it's going to do well. And I know there's not like tons and tons of t-shirts that are doing extremely well, but there's definitely cross niche opportunity. As you can see right here, we've got some cats, pumpkins, leaves, and the same phrase. So that's the line you have to think down. Don't just copy the top seller, put the phrase on there and put a couple gnomes on there. It's going to be hard to compete that way, but if you cross niche and mix that phrase with other topics, you will increase the likelihood of getting a sale. So definitely worth looking into this niche as well. And now moving on to the Redbubble trends of this week, we've got See You in Row-vember. This is crossing the word November with Row, which is, as a lot of you probably already know, a very popular feminism niche this year. So if you've got any feminism designs already made, if you've already entered those sorts of niches before, then it's probably worth throwing up a few that just have the phrase changed to See You in Row-vember, or just something Row-vember in general, because this search term has seen nearly a 2,000 point jump in popularity, and it's in the 1,193rd place. I personally probably wouldn't feel comfortable with uploading this to Merch by Amazon, just because it's a bit hit and miss with feminism designs on there. I do sometimes see them getting deleted a lot, so be careful if you do that. But in terms of Redbubble, which is the reason why I'm showing you this on Redbubble, you definitely shouldn't get into any problems. Redbubble is very lenient and open with these sort of political designs. So we also see some American flags that have been embedded into the words Row-vember. That's a cool idea. You can probably do that theme or that style for lots of other niches as well and see success that way. So yeah, cool little easy niche to enter, especially if you've already got feminism designs saved somewhere because you've entered those niches earlier. Moving on to the next Redbubble niche, we've got Be Strong as a Lion. I am not certain why this is trending, but nevertheless, this phrase has seen a 1,844 point jump in popularity, and it is in the 491st spot, which is really high. That's pretty cool, and it's only got 1,000 results, which is also decent for a lion niche or sub niche, because I'm pretty sure if we type in lion on its own, yeah, we get a ton of results back, 262,000 results on Redbubble for Lion. So that's a neat little sub niche right there to enter this one. And scrolling down, surprisingly, there's 2 pillowcases right here among the most relevant listings, which is strange. I rarely ever see pillowcases in the thumbnails. Maybe that's something worth considering. PODCS also has a like an analytics tool for Redbubble where you can see which products are actually selling within each niche or which within the trend, which is really helpful to work out whether you should focus on stickers or t-shirts or pillowcases maybe. But yeah, as you can see, and as you probably expected, lots of line graphics mixed with that phrase doing well in this trending niche. And the third Redbubble niche I've got for you today is Life Needs a Bit of Madness, with just 800 results and a 1,700 point jump in popularity to the 738th place. And what can we see in this niche? Lots of different designs. We've got an interesting text-based one right here in the first spot with these sort of triangles. That's interesting. We've got a mad person literally with like a chemistry experiment. Lots of different graphics mixed with this. This design is extremely hard to read. It looks like you can be creative with this. Maybe search for funny graphics of crazy people. That seems to be something that could work. But this niche is definitely proof as well that sometimes you can just create a nice, unique text-based design. You don't have to use any graphics necessarily, or be very gifted in creating an illustration to go along with your text, and you can still make sales because there is quite a few text-based t-shirts also ranking really high right here on Redbubble. Right, and moving on, we've got funny cat face with funky glasses. This is one of the highest trends in terms of like non-trademarked trends on Redbubble that I've found this week, because it is in terms of popularity in the 230th place, which is obviously really good, and it's also jumped 2,000 points of popularity. And yeah, this one, cool sub niche of cats. So if you have some graphics of funky glasses and you have some cat illustrations, or you have access to some with Creative Fabrica vexels, this is definitely worth trying out. And as you can see, you can also combine the style with phrases such as cat mum. That could work well rather than just uploading graphics. But I think this is going to be one of those niches that will see a lot of sticker sales. As you can see, a lot of the thumbnails are stickers, but I think just generally these sort of cute animal illustrations or graphics without text are generally going to do well on stickers on Redbubble, because it's just one of their most popular products, and it's cheap as well, right? A lot of people list them for, as you can see, 90 pence or about $1, $1.50, which you don't have to. You can price them higher. I typically price mine at a like 90%, 100% profit margin, which then goes up to I think $2 to $3, and you make a bit more profit on them. People still buy the stickers, like it doesn't hurt your sales that much. But yeah, definitely a funny, cute niche to consider, and it's a good way to approach the cat niche with this sort of trending phrase within your listing. I hope you can pick up some sales with these trends, and if you're someone who keeps waking up with 0 new sales, then I'd highly recommend watching this video next, where I show you multiple mistakes that you might be making, as well as tips on how to fix them.